What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. I'm sure we have a crowd, lines at the door. Everyone's going nuts because this is an awesome matchup between Shady and Airy. Anyways, I forget what my name is these days, but I'm joined by Ak. How are you doing today, Ak?
Yo, I'm doing so swell. do Ak say swell? How you doing,
Yeah.
Clear Mouse?
That's my name, Clear Mouse.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing great.
right. Yeah.
I always forget.
Dude, I'm really excited. You know, as you said, Ak, I'm sorry. I'm like so like absent-minded these days. I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore. But you know, like we've got Airy, we've got Shady. You know, they face each other numerous times. Actually, the most recent one, of course, was they faced each other Group A with the NMG tournament that actually wrapped up recently. And you know, given that Airy had just won that tournament, I guess he kind of
Say who won? Airy?
Yeah, Airy did win, and you kind of get a guess of what you know. How that ended up fared.
Well, that's why shadyforce has elected to re-race Airy, but instead we're gonna randomize all the items, and I think shadyforce thinks he can figure it out faster than Airy can.
So do you think that we actually could get a sword start? Because that would be like the most NMG, which is what they're used to.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know. We have the wide variety of items we could get to start. As long as we don't get the bow, I'm happy.
Why Ak?
I mean,
Clear Mouse.
Start.
What on? I'm curious. Like, what are your opinions about the bow starts?
Because I don't want them to go over to Pendant Eastern. You know, before they rescue the princess.
Oh, that's true. I mean, I guess in NMG, right? We will get a pendant of is it power? Is it courage? It's power, right? All the pendants are power.
Pendant of power, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't want that. We don't want pendants in our seeds. We want only crystals.
Got a cool boomerang in our chest. That's actually kind of neat because it will
I was gonna say.
You can immediately check the stun prize, and if the stun prize is something good right off the get, they can get like some nice resources to start. That's kind of like the most troubling part about the beginning is like looking for the resources.
I mean, well, they also have, you know, oh my gosh, dude, is this energy, dude? Like, do we know? they got a boomerang and escape. You know, they got a sword start. I think they're gonna be, and of course they don't have any boosts. They can't move fast. But you know, this is very MG-esque, so I think we're good. Wait, was that a green?
That was a red rupee for the stun prize. Which shadyforce knows about, Airy does not know about it yet.
Money should not be an issue in the season if that's the case.
We also, I don't know if we have bombs in this prize pack. I always forget. I feel like this could be like the only arrow prize pack, but there's also a prize pack that has arrows and bombs, and I always forget which one's which. Alright, Airy getting his 20 bucks.
Yeah, you see him also boomerang over the 20 rupees because it's like boomerang is like 17 frames or something versus like, you know, like I don't know, walking over there. I'm sure Airy is just trying to save frames whatever he can.
Oh, look at that.
What is this blue guard, Airy? you think he's run NMG before? You think he knows what to do with the sword and escape?
I think, yeah, sword and boomerang, it should be right in his wheelhouse, but you know, different mindset, different strategies. You know, in NMG2, you don't necessarily, you know, route that, killing that guard also in tandem of opening the chest. It's okay, though.
No, that's true. We don't actually end up picking up, what's the map or something in that chest?
God knows.
Alright. So far, really nothing in escape. Like, we got some arrows, which I guess if we don't have the bow, it's not super useful right now. All the more reason, I guess, not to have a bow, right?
I mean, you'd think having a 20, you know, sharp pointy sticks in your pocket, you could use them as a weapon, you know, like throw them or something like that, but no, we do need the bow in order to utilize those. But we can still, you know, grab the arrows while we're here.
Airy just showed off like a very classic Airy ball and chain takedown. In addition, also he has the boomerang, right? So he also boomed over that peaky just to save a couple extra frames.
It does help just a little bit. Doesn't look like it's helping out though. Shadyforce is just rolling right now. I'm starting to think, you know, who's the NMG master? They're
Yeah,
actually
that's
both
true.
super great at it. Eri, you know, the one coming hot off the tournament win, he is. I mean, you could almost say he's a world record contender, and by almost, I mean you can say that. He's definitely pushing for it as well. Feel like he'll
He,
get it one day.
yeah, he has I think a low 123 right now, and yeah, it's extremely impressive for his time.
He's probably just behind because he took the extra time to get that one extra rupee.
Well, so yeah, I guess like unfortunately, you know, this is very much still, you know, in their, as you said, in their wheelhouse. Or we don't have the mirror to get over to the back of the escape a little bit faster. We don't have boots. We don't have really anything else to kind of speed things up. So I guess they're just gonna, I guess, pump their way until they can get something that's better for movement.
Yeah. And like once they turn in the princess, it's no longer an NMG run. It's going to be a randomizer run. All things change. Aries,
You're right.
you know, huge advantage goes right out the window, right?
And we don't have text boxes to match through these days. I mean, you know, people do gain time apparently on those things.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Oh, we took out all the fun stuff in the game. You know, everybody who doesn't love good old text box mashing, just random intermittent, you know, paragraphs of dialogue that you can't understand because it's in a different language.
I mean, you could play on the English version, or you can learn Japanese. Either way, you know.
Then you can't fake flipper. Then you can't, you know, mirror block a race. Then you can't do other things. Hey, there's bombs. Nice for both. Both getting
yeah,
bombs.
we were supposed to be looking at price packs and like trying to find. But that's right, we were trying to find bombs.
Well, we knew the guards weren't gonna have it, so we were kind of waiting for the rats to show up.
Do you think there's gonna be another massacre today?
I hope so.
No, what? No, why? they're like your cousins or brothers. You know, they're only helpful, and I guess they're just dropping bombs left and right. So maybe there is gonna be a massacre before Caprica.
How many seeds this tournament have we? Or how many races have we had so far? Like what? 1,000? 2,000?
So, this tournament? That many?
Yeah.
Really?
Like that many? Yeah, and that means at least minimum that many rats have died.
Yeah.
Because we have to get that key every time.
Not to mention, I guess, yeah, all the times they're trying to farm out some price packs, right?
Yeah. And not to mention, like, Shady and Eri just killing these for fun.
For fun?
Nope, it was for fun. It had nothing to do with the fact that they needed bombs. They're literally just doing it for fun now. Because it is fun. Who doesn't like to kill the rats? Hey, Moon Pearl there.
Oh, man, that's fast.
Alright. So we got a potion, we got a Moon Pearl, we got a sword. Now I feel like if we were playing major glitches, we would be in go mode.
Wait, can you actually do something with that green? I thought you needed blue to flute on the overworld or something like that.
Man, they can.
Eri.
I feel like they can always do something.
Oh no. Is Eri gonna die?
It would be in his best interest not to get hit again, but you know, he is very well of the enemies that are coming up on the screen. That one did make my heart stop a little bit, but he's fine. It's not a big deal.
Alright, you're right. We're not worried. You know, this guy has survived on way less and way worse equipment. You know, like Eastern Palace probably, which I guess, you know, they don't have a bow yet, so we don't. Do we even get a map check to know what Eastern is?
We don't, but we'll say it's the pendant of power. I've got a good feeling about it. Unless I'm wrong, then I change my mind.
Alright, so at least Eri picked up that heart container.
Okay.
We don't at least have to hear the heart beeps, but also it gives a little bit more safety, right?
Yeah. He might have been trapped in the Lost Woods forever if there wasn't a heart container there. I don't know what he would have ever done.
I mean, and Eri, he must know these pixels, you know, pretty well, because he just, you know, like, right through that guard. I almost thought he was gonna get hit. I mean, he wasn't gonna die this time because he had that extra heart, but geez, like, that's kind of close.
But I mean, what he was doing that got himself in trouble was not smart. He was actually trying to farm a little extra money, I guess probably to save himself from having to pick up the pots, yeah. But he did not get the extra money, but he did take, like, you know, 2.5 hearts of damage.
Alright, well, so, speaking of some extra resources, we did pick up a shovel, so that has definitely proven its worth in some of these races, not only for the dig spot, but, if you ever need some extra resources, like, look at this lawn, Ack. We can just literally dig up anything we want from this grass.
Yeah. Just dig up the entire town square. I'm sure they will not be upset by it, but yeah, you could find magic decanters, you could find bombs, you could even uncouth a hidden fairy. All the random stuff. But we're pretty good on resources right now. I don't think they're going to be too interested in that.
Yeah, we just picked up like a ton of money, so even that early rookie farming isn't really going to be like, it's not going to hurt them too much. They decided not to do it.
I mean, it's nice to know. I got to pay this guy $100 for a hammer. I would say that's a good investment. I'd say, by the way, we just get a glove here in Chicken House. Let's go finish Thieves Town.
Dude, you're right. 4 Heart Thieves Town. That's not maybe everyone's cup of tea. Oh, Eri, what did that chicken ever do to you? It's just like literally just threw it right in the explosion. Did we just find a flute too? Wow.
The chickens, the rats. I mean.
Eri, I hope he doesn't get a call from like PETA, because that is not probably a group that you really want to deal with.
He probably wants to beat up on some Metroids too, but he's gonna have to work a little harder if he wants to do that. But early flute is so nice for early routing. It makes, checking the, corner of the map one-offs like Ice Rod Cave, Agina, all of that. It makes it feel a lot less painful. All right, so we have the Crystal 7 Pendant of Power at Eastern, and then Crystals 3 and 1 at Hera. And Desert.
What, you said 3 and 1? So we have multiple. Oh, dude!
There's the boost over at Sick Kid. Nice.
Wow, that is, dude. 10-minute boost is such a nice refreshing thing, and they have a sword. Dude, do you know how playable this game is now? This is pretty much just like casual boost, except you have your walk escape.
Getting them faster than you would in an NMG run. We really spoiled these two.
Oh, dude, I know, that's true. NMG is somewhere right around 11, and you have to walk all the way to Eastern Palace over there, and now we've even got the flute. We could just fly right over. Oh man, Eri demonstrating spin speed already. Just getting over to check race game faster than Shady. Hey, both of them also remember they have the shovel. That's good. And hopefully dig up something good.
You think it'll be vanilla and we'll get the second flute?
Oh, dude. Is that like second boots?
That'd be really cool. How about a fire rod? That's pretty good. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty dang useful. Alright, so we can, once we get to Dark World, we can do Skullwoods. We can do Thieves Town. We can do everything on 5 hearts, of course.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Skullwoods is,
Oh my gosh,
okay.
Dude.
There we go. Well, there's a bow. Hold on one second.
Did you say that there was a pendant of power or something over to Eastern?
Yeah, Crystal 7 Pendant of Power at Eastern that they can go get.
Alright, sounds good.
I refuse to be wrong, so I'll just put all the words together.
Now, I mean, it looks like, though, our awesome tracker 2D Tones have already actually marked all the prizes on Shady's side. We do see crystals for all 3 Light World dungeons. Confirmed on Eri's side as well. Do you think that's where they're going? They have so many options now.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also where things can get, super strange on the randomizer. When you have all these options kind of open to you. I mean, until we really get that Dark World access, you're not going to have too many options available, but there is definitely chance for divergence now, especially with Flute. And, that's where it gets interesting. One person goes to one-off location, the other one doesn't. Something good's there. Like, oh, man. By the way, we're hovering over here. Why not?
Dude.
Okay, and by the way, there's Dark World access, so here we go. We can finish,
We have access to so much!
Yeah, we could finish 3 dungeons minimum right now.
We have...
Oh, there you go.
Well, it looks like, yeah, so Shady is opting to not do Ice Rod Cave, and once we have Dark World access, we're going to dungeon, we're going dungeon hopping. Eri, though, looks like he's gonna at least go over to Ice Rod Cave, check it out. Maybe he wants to be a bit thorough. Jeez, these girls.
Green Pendant over at Thieves, Pendant of Power at Pod, Pendant of Power at Swamp, and then 5-6 at Skull and Ice.
Alright, well, so we already know that Pendant Thieves Town has nothing because we already got boots off of Sikit, so we don't have to go in.
Yeah.
Right?
I imagine probably feeling a little disgruntled looking. Oh, there's a mirror, by the way, over at Hype K.
Wow.
Very nice.
You know, and I do see that Swamp is the Pendant's face, so given that we have early boots, we may not actually see a hookshot potentially to see.
Yeah, that would certainly be nice. But man, you gotta feel real good that, like, you know, you got 4 dungeons to clear. You know, only 30% of them are pendants, but unfortunately 50% of the ones we can do right now are heckin' pendants, but also, I guess the mirror gave us Tower of Hera too, so a lot of options. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, it looks like Shady is he's gonna explore some of the overworld. So we do have Magic Bat open. Looks like we just picked up a mushroom from Stumpy.
Yep, we got the mushroom as well.
Yeah.
So we can go here, we can go there, we can go here. Where are we going? I don't know.
No.
I'm getting stressed. I think Eri is going the same way. Okay.
Maybe these are going to be fast checks, right? You're on the overworld, and you know, provided you don't pick up bits here, you were going to be able to end your route relatively soon.
Yeah, if you find mitts here, good lord. It's like,
Are we
have
just
fun,
gonna be
man.
on, like, an ice run hunt at some point then?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, what else? Like, so okay, if we do see Mire and Turtle Rock are crystal, so we're gonna need that red cane at some point too.
Yep. We'll need that red cane. We'll probably need 1 to 2 medallions. Then, you know, that ice rod. Mitts, yeah, then that's about it, actually. Alright. Flippers,
yeah, we're gonna eventually have to see them show up. Well, okay, like they're soft-recorded, right? Because you know everyone can fake Flipper into Ice Palace.
Everybody.
Most people.
No, even my grandmother can fake Flipper into Ice Palace. Alright.
Man, convenient dig game too.
2 digs, getting an extra heart container from the mushroom, so good for safeties. We're still on Greenmail, and fun fact, we'll be on Greenmail for the rest of our lives.
Our lives? Dude, that's such a long time.
There will be no change of clothing here. You only get this one set for the entirety of your adventures. Yeah, I mean, that's what the fake flipper is there for, to help you clean that off. Right,
I mean, what if they water walk? Then we never have to touch the water, right? What's
yeah, I guess that's
then?
true. Then they will be smelly boys forever, I guess. Yo, look at that hammer dash right there to bust through the pots and break down the wall. Have you seen that before? I feel like I've never seen that. Actually. That's pretty slick there.
So Shady did come in here through Dark World, so I guess I'm kind of curious if he decides to do Pod later. I mean, Pod is a pendant, but we do have everything we need. Well, mostly everything that we need in order to clear it, right? We technically do need a lamp. It would be kind of helpful for the basement, but you know, they got a fire rod. They can light their way through.
Also, shoutouts on Aries' side to some game knowledge as well. He has his eyes set on Skullwoods, but he did not have full magic yet. You get full magic whenever you defeat bosses. Since we haven't done that, well, we haven't, you know, no full magic, but this dungeon does require, you know, a lot of magic usage. So he bonked that tree right before going into the Dark World to get magic. That'll be a lot faster than, you know, farming the magic pots in this dungeon, so good game knowledge from him.
Yeah, and really, like, the only experience that you have for farming those magic pots is, more often than not, you die from Skullwoods the first time, and then you need more magic. So it's good to not have to kind of take that memory. Man,
yeah. This will be interesting.
Very good with that statue room for the back of Skullwoods here, too.
I like this play from both of them, too, because it's kind of... Alright, I got one, like, there's 2 obvious crystals that they want to do. They want to do Skullwoods, and then they want to do Eastern. But it seems tough to, like, do those, but also not get hedged into either doing, you know, Pendant Thieves or Pendant Pod. I think Shady's already pretty much, you know, accepted that Pendant Pod's probably going to be on the docket, unless he finds something incredible here. Which is fine. I mean, he's just chasing that bow, chasing, you know, the hammer, and a lot of stuff is in Pod.
Yeah, I mean, he's already gotten pretty well rewarded. Wow, both Eri and Shady are fighting some really nice things on their respective dungeons. You know, because
We got a
Shady found
Master
that
Sword in
Master
one,
Sword. Yeah.
Flippers in the other. All right.
The other blue hand things. So I guess we can't technically get into ice yet because we still need those mitts. But yeah, those flippers though. Hopefully the flippers will only be necessary to get into Ice Palace. I don't want to die in a third pendant dungeon.
We're also taking the 50-50 gamble here. I believe the map or an item is going to be in the vanilla big key chest. Shady is going to skip that. That will save you a minute. If you're right, it will lose you about, I don't know, about a half hour if you're wrong.
Oh my gosh, dude, let's not think about that. Oh, alright, so Eri, combination of fighter sword spins and the hammer. Didn't need that extra magic.
On his side too.
Yeah, but it was a really good fight. Yeah, no fire rush shots I think either to kind of get Moth out of the way. And just like that, under 20 minutes, we already got our first crystal from Eri's side. And Shady, just picking up some extra arrows, gonna probably do his version of quick Armos kill. Is gonna pick us up also a sub 20 mark.
If you're watching, there you go. Textbook quick kill. You can boot that one up on the tutorial. Also, getting rewarded with the peace of mind of knowing that he just left the map behind.
Oh yeah, that's true. You said that like a minute ago. I already forgot that he made that gamble, but yeah, it's a really great peace of mind for that item to show up on Armos. Well, looks like you are right, Clear Mouse. Shady is going right into Pendant Pod.
Yeah. I'm over here just twirling my beard at their routing decisions, going, interesting. No, I like what I see on both sides a lot right now.
Hey, look at that, Pod's bow box. Good thing we picked up that bow. Oh, looks like Aries also going to give us a lumberjack check. Forgot that they got to boot so early in Sickit, so they didn't actually get a chance to do this outside of Escape.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we've checked the bonk rocks or anything yet.
Yeah.
Eri will be able to check both of them, coming over here with mirror in hand.
Oh yeah, and we get to check what's on Bumper Ledge too, because I think he purposely like walked over. He didn't walk over to see what was it, but if he's gonna
suspenseful,
check right?
Wanted to keep it suspenseful. Well, it was very boring.
That's funny. Jeez, Eri, did you say something about green mail the entire game? I mean, for the rest of our lives, because Eri may not know that.
He's fine. He's actually just showcasing how much how bad things hurt in the dark world when you're only on green mail. But if you don't die, it's who cares?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Eri hasn't died yet. I mean, he faced Moth, head on basically with that hammer and fire.
And honestly, he did a better job at Moth than the random green guard that was outside of Kakariko, just kind of hanging out, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so you can't stun Moth with a boomerang. So Eri probably knew that, going in, so he didn't even try. But he was really trying with that green guard, so. So with these flippers, you think he's gonna go over to check Catfish maybe? To Zora? I'm not sure if he has enough money though.
Sure. I don't know. He could do that. Yeah, we definitely don't have money for Zora, but he could, farm math. I don't know, 7 enemies? 8 enemies?
You think it's 9 or not 9?
Yeah, it's a number between 9 or not 9 enemies. To get that money, I don't know. He might just go over to Thieves Town too.
Wait, what? No, we don't want to go there.
I mean, we don't, but sometimes you gotta. And that'll be like kind of the plus side to Aries round if he does something like that. If he does, decide, hey, I'm not really getting what I want here, I'll just start doing pendant dungeons. When he goes over to Eastern and Pod, if he elects to finish Thieves Town, which we are going to Catfish, then the whole sentence I'm saying right now really is kind of irrelevant, but it's kind of hanging there. I don't know if I should finish or not finish. Waiting for something to come up and distract. Hey, we got a hammer yump coming up on ShadyForce's side here.
Yeah, and Eri, of course, didn't get lottery by that Ropa dashing through. We don't want to take another 2 bars of health coming all the way over here to Catfish.
I hate that guy so much, man. I cannot stand him.
Oh,
He
look
can
at
actually
Eri.
knock you into the wall, that Ropa, and then like technically you're overworld glitching and you have to be disqualified. That's not true though. You can just save and quit.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, this is an MG. We are actually allowed to save and quit in this category of random. I was gonna say, Eri also did quick fish, so you know, it turns out when you throw a rock into Catfish's like circle of pond or something, that hitbox is actually not as circular as you might think it is. All these little things just adding up and saving Eri some time.
We have made the hard choice to pretty much orphan the entire Zora area. I'm surprised he didn't. Did he go? He didn't go up there and even look at the ledge item,
Nope,
did he?
nope. And
Okay,
it is
so
technically in logic, so...
yeah, he has the flippers. He would have been able to get that, but didn't want to bother with it because he didn't have the money. Maybe he'll keep that one in the back of his mind whenever he gets an inheritance from, you know, a deceased relative or something like that. He can go and give it all to Zora for absolutely nothing.
But weird to visit our uncle. And
Yeah.
also, like, both screens are black, Ak.
Yeah,
Is it
we don't have
nighttime
a
already?
lamp right now. No, we are just missing that lamp.
And just like that, you know, Eri's on like 10 hearts. Shady's already on 11. I mean, this is quite the upgrade from right after Escape when we were only on 3 hearts and with one, you know, one half working heart on Eri's side.
I'm not quite sure what happened in Dark Maze there from Shady. I don't know if you got all the items. Nice hover here from Eri. This is actually a big time save. This saves you like 2 screen transitions. So doing that for a half magic and then failing the bomb jump just to like really laugh.
I was wondering why didn't he want to hover back? I guess maybe a bomb jump is supposedly is it faster? Is it easier?
It's probably easier, but it's whatever. we got what we needed anyway.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. Yeah. And we Eri just demonstrated, of course, that save and quit that we're totally allowed to do in this category.
But that's good for him doing that hover to get half magic. I'm pretty sure if he would have not gotten the hover, he wouldn't do it, but it'll be interesting to see what Shady does, because that is time that you have to use. Half magic you don't technically need. It can be pretty helpful in the run, but, you know, it depends on how comfortable you're at.
I mean, they're also only on Fighter Sword for now, so that Fire Rock could definitely come handy, especially with...
This sword's pretty blue, man.
Yeah.
Shady got the sword out of Eastern. We also got Ether out of Pod. That was our big thing that we saw out of Pod. Don't know if it's required or not. We're gonna have to wait on that one. And yeah, Shady's skipping half magic here. No hook shot to do Harapot. Sorry, Harapot is illegal in the seed, guys.
I guess I'm kind of curious to see if Shady actually will, like, once he gets the big key, he'll nope out of Hera and then do East Off Mountain, in hopes of getting hookshot and then come back.
Maybe.
So I've definitely seen some people do that, but it doesn't look like it.
Some people do it. Man, when you get the big key, it's... You know, it's really not the worst time loss to do it the normal way opposed to Harapot. It is slower. Hey, check out this cool bomb jump over here.
I know, yeah.
That's really nice.
Oh, wow! That's a really nice find. So Shady's going to be on Temper Sword. He gets that big chest. Dude, his Molden fight is going to be so much nicer.
Yeah, his Molden fight, his Mothula fight too. I mean, typically when you get the swords faster, it does help you out for the boss fights. But Eri did have a good Moth fight, so not too much time to be made up there. There we go.
Shady demonstrating another bomb jump over. And just like that, we're gonna get our second crystal really soon on Eri's side. Looks like though we are gonna have an item in the basement, I think, because we saw map and compass already.
I think there is an item in the basement. Yeah.
Would you stay?
I think that's correct.
Yeah. Well, like, would you stay in Hera?
Would I stay?
Yeah.
Are
you watching to see what Era does?
From both of their perspectives, probably not. Because, they each have, like, a good chunk of the world open to them, and it's, like, both different spots. Hey, there's a Quake over there on
that was Quake. Okay.
Island.
I just saw a medallion, and Eri, of course, got dead rocked, because, you know, that's what dead rocks do. Okay. Oh.
Just doing a
Okay,
double,
I guess.
making sure.
Make sure this is exactly where he wants to be because there's not really much else he can go.
Yeah. But they both have quite a lot left, because Eri has, you know, Pod Eastern and Village of Outcast. Shady Forest has Skullwoods, Village of Outcast, and, you know, Pyramid and Catfish. It's not surprising to see them both skip that. And they both did it, so can't say it's not fair. But are we gonna have the goods here in Paradox Cave? We're gonna find some meats. See a little bit more of them hovers. Hey, there's a cane. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good progress.
And that helps out Ares' pod just slightly, relative to Shady Fort. Well, you know, I mean, I guess that's if they want to do Helma. I take it back, I lied.
Yeah, that's true. Cause Shady, I think, I guess we didn't pay attention to see how many items he got out of pod, but I guess
something happened in the Dark Maze, and I don't know what it was.
No. Because like I mean, all I saw was a black screen.
Yeah, I couldn't see what was going. We didn't pay our power
Give
bill
them
for the Ustream. So I feel like after this Paradox Cave, we're gonna see a shift of well, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna do Village of Outcasts here on Ares' side.
Yeah, I guess presumably he at least will dip from 4 of these down. At least to see how many items there are, because I mean, like that's kind of overworld-ish, right? It's pretty fast to do as well. I think he can make a decision about how many if he wants to keep going. I mean, it is the green pendant at least.
I feel like he's gonna finish it. If you're coming over here, I feel like you're gonna finish Thieves, because you're wanting to turn in that green pendant when you do Eastern, and then you have all the information to see how far you want to take Pod. That's what I think, but I don't know.
And I guess like Thieves Town is probably like a lighter time commitment than the rest of Pod, so you want probably more information for that. That makes a lot of sense, man. You're so smart.
I mean, I'm just guessing. When he goes somewhere else and proves me wrong, then all of a sudden I don't seem so smart anymore. I just seem like I'm throwing random conspiracy theories in the air.
No, I mean, well, the fact that he didn't even check the rest of Village of Outcasts before coming in looks like he is aiming to finish at least the front four. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And so, like, that hookshot does give you more options to do, but I mean, that's how you're like, all right, I got the hookshot out of Thieves. All right, I'm done. Let me go do Pendant Pod instead. He did quick swap over to Mirror here, though. We are quick swapping back to hookshot now, though, so I don't know. He's really confusing me right now.
Yeah, I mean, also that hookshot though, it also does open up now Swamp for him, right? Because we have the mirror, we got the hookshot, and I don't know. It may not be an item that you want to see. It certainly is helpful though, movement.
But do you think, like, hey, you know, Pendant Swamp, that's way better than, you know, Pendant Thieves all of a sudden? You're like, all right, no, yeah, I got this hookshot, I'm ready. Pendant Swamp, that's where I was wanting to go the whole time, you know? It's kind of a weird choice to make.
No, Pendant Swamp also, you also have that questionable left side of whether or not you want to do left side, and it takes forever, and...
Yeah. So, I don't know. I see what he's doing. I get it. Again, I don't dislike. They both have been doing completely different routes, and I think all of the routes have actually been very good so far, given the, you know, amount of items, yeah.
Yeah, so far it looks like at least the main difference, actually pre-Thieves Town, at least on Aries' side, is Shady is up a sword, because he picked it up from Eastern Palace, and Aerie picked up those slippers from Skullwoods. Which I guess Shady is going to get, presumably after this pretty, I imagine, fast and comfy moth fight, right? He's got boots, he's got 10 per sword, I hear that he has run NMG in the past before, so...
Yeah, Shady has done a good job to make sure his run is as NMG-esque as, you know, could be. He hasn't been undercutting himself on anything so far.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, like, because on his side, he went from Master, or Fighter Sword to Temper Sword pretty quickly. He didn't even need that Master Sword, right? Because he fought Armos. Yep. You don't even need a sword for?
Nope. I will say that hookshot too, you know, that gave us our lovely pedestal as being an option for holding, I don't know, I guess if there was an item there, it would be. It could be
Biggest
any of the
item
items
on the
that we
pedestal.
need right now.
I mean, I guess like there's always the. Okay, alright.
There's the
Eri just
mitts
found
and
mitts.
pendant thieves.
Wow. Okay, I mean, that's a good call from Eri. Just gonna see if Shady will do the same thing. I mean, like the fact that he's delayed Thieves Town, and he didn't really pick up anything like that or that much in pod probably means he's also gonna finish up Thieves Town as well.
Yes, maybe. You know, he might see that hook shot and just be like, "No, Swamp Palace is my jam."
Oh.
What is important to note though, with the acquisition of those mitts, if Bombos is not required, we're literally just looking for an ice rod. We know where Quake's at.
Yeah, and Shady's picked up Ether from pod. How many hits was that on Eri's side to finish up blind? I lost count.
I was not watching. I was watching shadyforce get the lamp at a sea house.
Oh, fine. That could have
If
been useful
anyone
for
can-
pod.
I will say though, we did get the pendant of power from.
Power? Okay, alright. So well, this
Blind?
particular pendant of power is gonna actually net us another item when we talk to the hospital.
It's the Ponsta's version of pendant of power, where you can like go trade it in for something else.
And they recognize this one, right? This isn't the counterfeit one. This is the real one, right? Because the other ones,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get
they don't.
anything.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll be curious what Shady wants to do with that hook shot. I mean, you know, sometimes you feel like you gotta make plays, but like I said, hook shot's such an ugly item. It's like, hey, I got some. Oh, wait, I didn't want that. That's not the progression I'm looking for.
Yeah, and just it happens to work out in this case on Eri's side, right? That the fact that he got this lamp before he goes over to pod is just gonna make his pod, you know, trip just a little bit nicer as well. No dark rooms, you know, as opposed to Shady side. And also, though, very fortunate on both their sides because they're gonna pick up the lamp before Meyer, which of course is a necessary dungeon to do. So the basement's not gonna be an issue for them.
All right, that's Bombos.
Oh,
so
that is
we'll need
Bombos.
that. All right. Of course it is. You know, the one we don't know about.
Maybe it'll just be right here, you know, underneath some doormat. Maybe it'll be a checkerboard cave. Oh yeah, actually, so with those mitts, yeah, I forgot, man, Eri has access to so much now. I'll soon be on Shady's side because we got into Mire, we get into Desert, we can presumably get into Turtle Rock, assuming we have the medallion. Man.
And Shady is going to the back, so he'll be getting his mitts most likely. Eri also elected not to do any of the NPC saving while he was in Village of Outcast with his mitts. He got his lamp, he got his hookshot, he got his mitts, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some more information about the seed, see what items I need. So we're over in Desert and Mire area.
Yeah, and the fact that he has a mirror that they picked up early on, right? Because you can combo, there's not like a real rush, right, in order to, I guess, do the Smith chain.
Sure.
Yeah, that was a really nice dash, though, on Shady's side, through Thieves Town. Everything, you know, not only did he get on the right pixel, but the enemies definitely cooperated for him.
I keep looking over at his character, and I keep thinking that Link is, has a Metroid attached to his head, and I'm like, dude, somebody drop bombs to help that guy out, but I realize it is just a
Maybe
Metroid,
this is the combo randomizer act that he's actually playing, and we don't actually
I've thought it like 3 times now. I look over like a worried mother at his side of the screen. I'm like, oh, that's not good.
I also didn't notice that they also picked up a cape, so that's a pretty nice safety item. It does also open up, I think, the spike cape now, logically. So Eri does, of course, have half magic over Shady that presumably he's not going to be able to get, or he's not going to be willing to go pick up anymore. So it'll be a little bit nicer in terms of magic management.
Most likely no, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much what Eri was going to do. He was going to hover, and if he didn't get it, he was not going to get it. I guarantee you, he wasn't going to try twice. Well, maybe. I mean, you know what? I'll say a guarantee, because no one will be able to prove me wrong ever.
Looks like Shady was kind of like, maybe hedging his bets or something like that, because he found the last item in the big chest. Then he actually could have made a decision to not do the rest of this place. But it looks like he's going to go and at least can't claim the green pendant anyway.
I think he just took a different direction. There still had to have been items, I guess. Unless was there a map or compass in the big chest?
Yeah, there was a compass in the big chest, and then the map was on blind, so there was only one item left out of the 3.
Oh. Okay, well maybe if he would have gotten an item there, then he wouldn't have killed blind, but since he didn't get an item, he went over there and he's like, well, I'm here, I guess I'll just kill blind.
Okay, so even that, like, Eri had a really nice one-cycle ammo with the fire rod.
Did he? I didn't see that.
I know, you didn't even see the Lambos, right?
I just look over and he went into a tiny, you know, square desert room and a crystal fell on him.
He didn't even have the bow out, too. I mean, is this even NMG? Is this...
It's not. It's not at all.
Alright, so of course on Shady side, something between, what, 9 and not 9 hits, landed him a blind kill and his pendant of
green
something.
pendant of power. Which we don't know what it does yet, but we will probably see very soon on at least Aries' side, if not both. Alright, we have a mirror as well. So, no fetch quest today from shadyforce. I imagine he's going to be heading over to the Maya area also. See, I told you.
Yeah.
I could just say these things, you know. I could just pretend we have their, you know, there's delay, and then say them right after they do it. Man, that's galaxy brain right there. I'm gonna start doing that. I think Shady's gonna go into Meyer shed right now and check these 2 chests.
Oh, really? Is that what makes you think this, Ak? Is the fact that he actually went into Fire Shed, or you saw Eri do this? I mean, you know, this is very, of course, very sensible, and also give him some extra medallion knowledge if he needs to continue to maybe full clear places, you know, other than, you know, fighting that ice rock that, of course, could still be anywhere.
Ice Palestine? Yay! See,
And Ak, making all the calls. Yeah, so we got, that's right, it's another place that Myths opened up for us, right? We've got flippers, we've got Myths that let us in the door, we've got that fire rod, and...
You would think that those are the important items, but most importantly, we've got that red cane of Samaria, which just cut down the travel time of Ice Path. It's like, you know, you used to take the bus to work, now you take a private jet. That's what Cane of Samaria did to Ice Palace. It's the best.
Alright, so, looks like pretty standard NMG strats here for an Ares size.
Yeah, it was a standard start. It wasn't open. They had to rescue the maiden.
The maiden? It's a princess! Don't downgrade her status!
I'm sorry.
The maiden was in blind cell. and we kind of saw, like, you know, how maidens turned out in this game, so.
You're right. I should not have called the princess that, you know, disgusting maiden that turns into a monster whenever she gets exposed with light. My bad. Sorry.
You know, maybe, you know, Ice Palace certainly has been known to hide the other fire source thing. You know, for if we need the fire rod and we got bombos, we're coming in. If we need fire rod, we need bombos, we're coming in. And Ares gonna demonstrate this private jet right now, Ak.
Look at him. This is flying first class, baby.
Yeah, that is so smooth.
Economy is not allowed on the other side of this rail. Only first class.
Although, you know, so Eri, though, hasn't been on the Eastern Palace, he's still on Master Sword. You know, when Shady comes in and does Ice Palace, he's gonna go fight Colster, it's gonna be a really, really clumpy, you know, familiar fight. Eri, though, he doesn't have magic, though, so he's going to basically just spam that thing to death, and Colster gonna, you know, melt away.
Yeah, half magic. We still have that green potion, too, in case he needs it. Why not? He might, you know.
Oh, nice stair clip on Ares' side, even landing on the right side, he's just gonna take extra damage. Alright, so Shady here, coming on Lambo's fight. He, presumably with enough fire rod shots, he's gonna have just as comfy time, basically fighting this boss. And if nothing else, there's always the bow as a backup, right?
Yes, I think he'll be fine though. I do apologize, I was a little distracted there for a second. That is a destroyed landmo from Shady. Just as good as Ares.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are making so much progress so quickly. I mean, they're just knocking these crystal dungeons down one by one. Not to mention pendant peaks down as well. Alright, so do we find anything interesting in Ice Palace? I guess we have a second bottle now.
Yeah, that seems to be it. It is half of those 5-6 crystals. What was the other one? Skull Woods. Okay, so that option's on the table as well.
Oh right, yeah, pyramid there. We haven't also seen a pyramid check either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I thought Ari had done that, but I think he had just went over to Catfish.
Yeah. Alright, standard 8 shots to break Cold Stare Shell. Oh, okay, we're going left side punching this time.
That was a, like, teleporting Cold Stare. He just, like, zipped over to the other side of the room. He wasn't about living in that corner life, but still a good fight nonetheless. Didn't get anything we needed, you know, except for that crystal.
Alright, so where do you think Ari's gonna go off to now? We got still so much stuff that's
he's finally going to Eastern. I mean, we got that bow out of Mini Moldrum Cave.
Oh,
I think
right.
it is time. Unless he's gonna do Pyramid Fairy into Eastern. Or do Hobo.
Or do Hobo.
Of course.
But, I mean, you know what, we still have the bow, or the bow. We have the flute, which he's probably going to, you know, flute, I don't know, presumably to 5 after this. Because that is his, like, most, like, next most densest item location, right? He's got Eastern there, he's got Pod, that's, how many items?
Yeah,
9 items?
Sashrala, the green pendant, all, there's some good stuff
actually
there.
9 this time.
And, but again, it's still that weird situation where you're like, I don't know how far I should take it. Dark Death Mountain is still a thing. The Ice Rod, Ice Rod and Turtle Rock, you know, we've never seen that one before.
No, of course not. We don't want to think about that scenario. But we still do need bombos for Meyer. I guess maybe potentially they can go on Meyer. Well, I guess for whatever that means, they can go on Meyer.
Maybe, you know, we're gonna be missing that piece of the puzzle until we hit Dark Death Mountain for sure. Else, unless we find, you know, Bombos and Ice Rod from like Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid, or Swamp, I don't know. I think collectively they are running out of good things to check that don't, you know, exist on Dark Death Mountain.
Okay, so it looks like the Pendant of Power in this case turned out to be just another heart key or heart container. So nothing really of value. Shady also having just as nice of an icebreaker. He's making significant progress also through Ice Palace, and of course with that temper sword he's gonna have probably, you know, just as a fast fight.
Yep. They both fly first class here in Ice Palace.
That's right. I mean, they have so much money, right? I mean, you know, these guys are money is no object, right? They can afford anything they want. This is retro.
Well,
right?
I mean, and I think that we might have a chance of seeing a little divergence as well. Shadyforce has not done any of the flipper stuff, so he's got like 4 items sitting up there, you know, with the waterfall, Zora, and that. I don't know if he'll do that. Maybe he'll save that and do like, you know, a pyramid combo into Catfish, then mirror and do that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that is true, and you know, and there's also the more convenient route if you are in the Dark World. You can just kind of hop down, right, between like the pyramid pod, like that little bridge, and check Hobo there as opposed to swimming all the way over.
Yeah, there's that too, of course. It's kind of weird doing it with Big Bomb because you kind of have to like go up, then go down, then go up.
Oh right, yeah.
But I mean, that's if he wants to do it that way. I don't know. I think pretty much after Shady finishes Ice Palace, after Ari finishes Eastern, Ari's going to go into Pod because he's already set that up. We know that nothing is going to be life-changing here in Eastern. They're going to have to start getting into that, you know, the fun decision time here, and that's when the race gets really exciting to see what they do. And there's still a lot of just like random stuff out there too that can be make or break for either of them.
Oh, we see Ari also skipping the big key chest.
This is what it takes to be in the third round, man. Both of them are not going to get punished by that today.
We also see something slightly different because I guess like Eri has the temper sword, so you can actually just dash through that Igor as opposed to shooting with the bow.
I think we were a little short on magic today, but that's alright. We had that green potion. And tempered sword's not gonna be no big deal.
Yeah, lots of fire rod, tempered sword slashes, you know, cold stare puffs don't stand a chance.
You're just
Eri
flying through.
Yeah, he's
Eastern.
dashing so fast he doesn't even pick up the fairy. Not that he needs it, but oh, we get some Yuzu strats here on Ormos. Man, wow, Eri, that is impressive.
That's so slick to do.
It is.
It's so awesome to look, and I cannot bring myself to even bother to learn it because I'm like, it looks cool. It's probably faster, but dang, man.
I mean, but it looks actually
the other way is so much easier.
Yeah, it looks pretty difficult to execute.
Yeah, it looked like he's playing like, you know, DDR or something with how many directions he was going.
Alright, so Shady is following Eri's footsteps right after Ice Palace. I'm not sure if it's expected, but he did swim all the way over to Hobo. Looks like he's got Flute out on his Y item. But he's already been out to the Pot Eastern area, so presumably he's not going to follow Eri here again.
Alright. What's it going to be? Swamp Palace? Is it going to be Big Bomb? Is it going to be Swamp Palace? Is it going to be Big Bomb? I don't know. I think it's going to be one of the two here.
Well, so Swamp does have 6 items, in addition to that fake Pendant of Power, but looks like we're not going there today. We're going to do some big bombing.
So this will probably be Pyramid Catfish, and then all the Zora checks. Again, this is where it gets weird, and you know there is a trick you can do in case you want to decide to rummage all through Turtle Rock and go in there, see if the ice rod's there. If it's not there, you can mirror outside of the exit on Laser Bridge, and you can save your portal as long as you die in the overworld and do a save and quit. The problem is anytime you mirror, that portal is going to be overridden. And when you have all of Pendant Swamp on the table, when the ice rod's in Swamp, it really sucks.
Oh, man.
And then also the Smith sequence too, something they both haven't done.
Oh, right, yeah. That's right. Yeah, Smith sequence without a mirror is like so painful.
So hopefully they'll find that ice rod before they start having to make those choices, because it feels like you're either doing the mirror checks or you're going looking in Turtle Rock. Right.
Dude, we just got 2 bottles of bees
Double B.
in Pyramid.
And a third B! Yahtzee!
So, and it's worth noting also that when Shadyforce ended up picking up his bomb, his trek over here, like, I don't know how he just squeezed through, like, maybe the Metroid is just, like, smaller, or he can, like, shrink or something, but he, like, squeezed through 4 enemies or something like that, and you get over here and you take a single heart of damage.
Can we rename the Pyramid Fairy to Oprah Winfrey?
What?
You get a B?
Oh, no, my God.
You get a B? Everybody gets a B?
Everybody. But we don't want these! I thought she lived at home that gives us, like, good things. Like cars, or like homes, or like, you know.
You get a B. Have you ever seen a golden bee before?
Wait, was that actually golden bee?
Yeah. They sparkle.
And
they
they're
can
worth
kill
money.
enemies.
You're true. They're worth money. I think they're actually pretty expensive too. Like there's some Dark World shop, right, that you can actually go to and buy a golden bee, I think, for 500.
Oh, that settles it. It's Oprah Winfrey Fairy. Alright.
Alright, so Shady gonna take one of his.
You get a B! Aww.
Well, so I guess that's the symmetry, right? Or parody, right? Because I think the only thing we've actually seen now are green potions and bees. I guess nothing else exists in this world.
These could be big checks over here from Shadyforce's side. Eri did not check these because he did not have money. Lumberjack, swing and a miss. Or, excuse me, Zora Ledge, swing and a miss. Item that you can see, they're all the same to me.
Looks like Eri's gonna follow what Shadyforce is gonna do. He's also gonna do Big Bomb, and he's gonna pick up, presumably, at least 2 bees.
And just a piece of heart. Alright, save and quit. Death Mountain? Are we doing it?
And the fact that Shady has Ether and he knows where the quick medallion is, this actually, might not be a bad play, right? Because he can now get some information.
I mean, I wouldn't be
he's got
surprised to
Spike
see
open.
Eri doing this like right after. I feel like they are about to be right next to each other. All right. But I don't know. We'll see. Eri might have a different plan in mind. Maybe we'll want to take care of some of those mirror checks before he feels kind of invested to go all into Turtle Rock.
You did mention that. We've got Smith Sequence open for potential mirroring. We've got Swamp Howl.
Throwing in!
No, he's not checking.
It's gonna be really annoying if Turtle Rock is Quake, because they have to go up to get it. And yeah, here we go. I mean...
Yep. Yeah, Eri already had a quick hook shot swapped over. Was that a quick warp on Shady's side? I guess he didn't dash into that thing, but that quick warp is not free. Despite whatever Eri tells you, it is not easy to get. Was it also Bombos? Okay.
It was Bombos, and that is actually very telling for maybe the state of well-being of these runners. The only thing that we found of value so far in Pod was Ether, and we don't need it. We need the Bombos that's here in Hookshot Cave.
Bombos though, what Shady just found in Hookshot Cave.
Boy, this is...
Oh, wow.
Making things a little interesting now.
Yeah, we are on a surprising, or maybe not surprising, but we are on a classic Ice Rod hunt after 50-some minutes.
Now, how do you handle this? I mean, there is many ways to handle the situation you have right now. Shadyforce is going to do it, a save and quit. There's only one right way to handle it, and that's going to be going where the ice rod is. Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely very. The potential here for Divergence is extremely high.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I'll see what Eri does. He might go and just do Meyer after that, and then for the most part, if he does that, Ice Rods and Meyer, I'd say equal race. But man, if it's not Meyer, ooh, the sky's the limit on where they're gonna go next.
At least the good news is, right, that they don't have to pick up the Quick Medallion, because both medallions are gonna be both Bombos, so no extra time. Eri is at least going to open up this portal. Shady, inside Meyer, Temper Sword, Boots, Sword Beams, Fire Rod. What a nice Meyer too.
Excellent room from him there. Man, outstanding locations we have for Ice Rod too. You know, all the swamp, the Smith Sequence, Hammer Pegs, Powder, Spike Cave, Hera Basement, Helmosaur, Pedestal.
I mean, it's like, yeah, we have a million locations at this point. Somewhere between 9 and not 9 locations, of course.
And that's one item out of Meyer, so think, you know, we just lost half of our odds, but, you know, realistically, we're only looking for one item, and there's one item left. Maybe that's the perfect odds. We'll see.
Eri, though, has... I mean,
yeah,
we are seeing the Divergence, so if Ice Rod is here, Eri is sitting pretty. If the Ice Rod's not here, he still has the option of doing Meyer before kind of making some more difficult decisions.
Yeah, it does seem like it'll be better for Eri if the Ice Rod is here, mostly because Shadyforce, just because he left the mountain, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be too thrilled to go right back. He might, I don't know. I was gonna say, the good news would be a later big key. That's not the latest big key you could find in this situation. Because, you know, if Eri, when he goes to Meyer, assuming the Ice Rod's in Turtle Rock, he gets to Go Mode all of Meyer. And that is both items out of Meyer, so it won't be here today. Not spending too much time here, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks pretty reasonable. We certainly don't have to sit through the vanilla big key chest, which is, you know, of course, has a very long cutscene associated with it, so... I
don't know, this is kind of interesting. I don't know what Shadyforce is gonna do, But it almost kind of seems like if the Ice Rod's in Turtle Rock, Aries gonna win. But if it's not in Turtle Rock, Shady might get there faster. I'm not sure.
Shady is going to be a lot more liberal, I guess, with his checks, right? Because he is probably not going to be concerned about saving a portal because he doesn't have a portal to save.
Right. But I mean, you know, I guess that could also be a double-edged sword too.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
I
if
mean,
it's
you
like
know,
on Smith Sequence or Spike Cave or something like that, you know, if it's not in Turtle Rock, Ari would want to go there first. Shady, you know, if he doesn't want to go to Turtle Rock, he might just be like, I'm going Swamp first. And Ari will not want to do that because he'll want to preserve his portal. Presumptuously, I mean, Ice Rod hunts, I don't know, you can't predict where people are going to go for those, and you can't predict where it's going to be at.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem with these Ice Rod hunts and why it's, I mean, they've certainly decided many a race.
Alright.
Okay, we're going back downstairs because Shady forgot something? Or?
The fire bar scared him.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, Shady, don't be scared. You got plenty of health, especially for an NMG fight. With
Thank you for giving him the
well.
reassurance he needed. I didn't know if he was going to make it through, but I'm pretty sure he heard you, and that's why he went back in.
It's like very classic approach, taking damage boosting off of the slime, which only does 1 heart of damage, and then using the iframes in order to sword spin into those little eyeballs.
Not a single lightning too. That was very good, very very good. Got Ice Rod here in Mimic Cave? Nope, that's just a piece of heart.
That is Aries' last health upgrade with a maximum of 14 hearts, which actually means I think we also picked up Sanctuary Heart at some point. It just disguises as a regular heart container.
I'm so excited on the chest Aries opening. I'm also very excited to see where Shady is going. He is going to Turtle Rock. Okay.
Oh,
this is gonna be interesting.
This is very interesting.
Alright.
So I guess this would be pretty, I guess about a minute's worth of time difference, or whatever the mountain climb's worth, right, for Shady, that he kind of like decided that is going to be a difference between him and Ari at this point.
Alright, well now if you're Shady, you want the Ice Rod to be in here.
Alright, yeah. Because, yeah, that's true, because, like, if the Ice Rod is here, Ari has to make an extra trip back down the mountain in order to finish Meyer.
Right. And then if it's not here, then Shady will be forcing himself to do 1 extra Death Mountain climb in total for the season. Well.
Alright, moment of truth coming here on Laser Bridge. Is it going to be here? You think the Ice Rod's here? We need a prediction for this.
We'll have no time. That's a compass? That's not an Ice Rod. That's 20 bucks.
Also not
That's
an
probably
Ice Rod.
what wasn't an Ice Rod either. That's also 20 bucks. I don't think that was an Ice Rod. But this chest is a map.
Aww.
Alright. Okay. So, we'll get to watch Ari do pretty much all of Meyer, I assume.
Ari has 4 hearts, so he can't actually take damage from a laser in order to speed up his death warp here, which is pretty unfortunate.
I don't know why we're doing a death warp here, though.
That's a good question. Wait, that is a good question. We haven't... I guess he doesn't want to float anywhere to the light world?
I don't know. I'm a little confused, but maybe I'm missing something here. Because he could just flute. He didn't need to die.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Sometimes you just like to hurt yourself.
Alright, so Ari's going to probably make fast work of Meyer as well. We just see 2 items, as on Shady's side, pretty up early up front, along with the big key, so should be pretty straightforward Meyer clear.
I guess people are saying you wanted the heart refill, but I don't know, just flute the 1 and go kiss the old man. It's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. And no Ice Rod here is basically going to add a total Death Mountain climb on the Shady Force's time. I would think that does push Ari, like, I think, ahead. But it really also depends on, you know, who goes to where the ice rod is too, so. I imagine if they did exactly the same things, you know, once they both were done here, I would think Eri would be in the lead, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and there's always a chance that Eri could also go back to the Zora area, in which case he'll just be giving that time right back to Shady.
Sure. I think shadyforce does have a few checks that Eri did that he didn't do. Maybe I'm thinking just Graveyard Ledge. I feel like it's the only one.
Oh right, Eri did do Graveyard Ledge. Yeah,
I don't know about the
Bonk
Bonk Rocks. I feel like I blacked out during the Bonk Rock portion of the seed, so I don't know about those.
Because Eri did all of North Dark Worlds. So Bonk Rocks into King's Tomb, and I don't think we've actually seen the boost checks yet on Shady's side. I mean, there's just so much stuff to do in the seed early on, right? I mean, we had progression just like literally thrown at us. We got Dark World access like super early, basically right near Kakarika, and then we found Myths and Flute and everything else.
Where do you think the ice rod's gonna be?
Somewhere where I guess they haven't checked yet.
Oh, okay. That is a fantastic
okay,
guess.
if you want a specific location, maybe Hammer Pegs.
Hammer Pegs, okay. Can you be more specific? Can you tell me the number of that cave on the Ian Albert map?
Is it 44? 40?
I have no idea.
All we know is 45.
I wanted to learn something today.
I do not know those.
That's a dream of mine, that we just start referring to every single cave by its numerical value, opposed to, you know, the visual names that actually make sense. Damn. I'm thinking it's gonna be Powder. How about that? I'll raise you to the Light World Hammer Peg version.
Yeah,
what did I remind you?
Me of all of these locations that they picked up from like an hour ago that were open, and like they haven't checked yet just because there's so many other things to do. Alright, Eri looks like with this potential like last maybe Fire Rod shot was able to pull off Spooky, skips over the Anti-Fairy, and we are ready to get another classic NMG approach for Visuous.
Man, what's Eri gonna do here? So he's gonna have to die, and then once you die, you got Light World checks that look very nice. He has, I don't know, 3 of them left. He can do Magic Bad. He can do Zora. I don't know, man.
And he can do Smith Chain without the mirror, right? Like, just be kind of painful.
Oh, okay. We didn't actually get all the items out of Meyer. Boy, we're bad commentators. So he probably
he got the bridge one. So yeah, because he got a shield, and then it looks like he just needs the lobby.
The lobby,
right?
Yeah.
Eri though, practice certainly paying off for Meyer too. Has a significantly faster time over. I think on the first one he like missed a wizard or something, and something happened where he couldn't end up getting it one cycle.
Well, it looks like Shady is actually making it out of Turtle Rock and being able to mirror before Eri. This is so lovely that
this is so close,
he went right to the chest he needed to, too. That's nice. Okay, well, this got really close. All right. Yeah, I was saying, I don't feel like Shady ever turned in this dang green pendant either.
Well, we did see on Eri it was a regular heart container, because Shady also does have 14 hearts maximum, so he is going to just get another 20 rupees at first.
Yeah, it's the second place prize for turning in the pawn shop thing. The first person got a heart container, second person they just get $20.
I mean, this is classic supply and demand, right? Oh, alright, looks like... Oh,
is this Ice Rod Cave?
Shady has not done Ice Rod Cave!
Yeah, I didn't think he had done that either.
That was a very early point he ended up skipping, where it was Eri already checked.
And Eri is going into Swamp Palace, so his saved portal is now gone. Shadyforce will have some decisions to make. I feel like, has he done Hobo too? He did Hobo.
Shady did Hobo, yeah, because he did that right after Ice Palace.
So, I think maybe Bonk Rocks and some Powder for him. Those seem reasonable. Yeah, this is Bonk Rocks on this side. Then on the Aries side, we have Swamp Palace, which doesn't seem bad either.
I don't know if I've like really ever seen like this route over here, like flip 2 and then check Kingston first. Oh yeah, because he doesn't want to. Because normally what you do is you save and quit and start a tank, right? But we can't do that because he wants to save his portal.
So what's really gross this seed?
Hmm.
If this ice round is in swamp, oh man, like your opponent could have put themselves in a really good position to get go mode mitts. Oh man, that would be something to think about.
But why would you come here? Like
because you didn't do the Back of Thieves.
Oh, right, because you noped out early after the hook shot. Yeah.
Yeah. You just like I don't do Bag of Thieves, and then all of a sudden I just you know, go and do Swamp Palace instead, and then you find an ice rod, and you're like, ah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you were ever gonna have a choice of sequencing these rounds, you definitely want the thing that unlocks one other thing early versus the thing that locks, like, I don't know, 50 other things.
It's fine, though, because they both didn't do it. It's just, you know, food for the thought of maybe what they're feeling during the race, if they are contemplating anything their opponents may have potentially did or did not do. Shadyforce gets his Bonk Rock checks out. We have not seen an ice rod here in Swamp. Will there be an ice rod, I guess on the front of Skull Woods or the Smith?
Yeah, I think at this point, I don't actually think that Shady has done any of the North Dark World stuff, so I don't know if he I don't think he knows what's on Buffer Ledge. I mean, we know it's like money, I think, 50 rupees maybe, but at this point, it's probably isolated Graveyard Ledge. So we're going Smith Chain first on Shady's side. And also probably Powder and Hammer Pegs.
Map and Compass in the Flooded Room. That's basically the thing. The hey, you should have went left side first room.
Well, have we seen the big key yet? I guess not, right?
No. I don't think so.
So the big key certainly can lock itself into big chest. But like, if you get the big key later here on Argus, maybe, like, then you would just don't have to come back here for another item. Alright, was I right? No.
Nope. Unless we have, you know, progressive rods, and because we're playing hard mode, you only get one rod, like you don't get the silvers with the bow. So that could have been the ice rod, maybe it turned into the green 20.
I mean, well, we already had the fire rod. I mean, like, we don't have the first ice rod, right? I guess we have ether, so maybe that's our like first version of being able to freeze things.
Whoa, it's on the Smith!
It's on the Smith! Wow! That was okay. Sudden hour and 10 minutes. Shady is in go mode. Go back the mountain, and he can finish up Turtle Rock.
He didn't even need to. He mirrored right there too. All he had to do was die.
Oh, maybe he was just so excited.
Well, we didn't know yet.
Oh, of course, you know, we know, of course, yeah, Eri, unfortunately, is coming back in for, I think, 2 items back here in Swamp, right?
Just because of those mitts, too, that were, you know, where they... If it would have just been done a little bit differently, like, you don't skip that ice rod there, or not, you know, I mean, you probably get that ice rod maybe a little quicker. I don't want to say skip, because I think the choices they made were fine, but... I mean, it was like you got your mitts in Village of Outcast, and it was like you could clean these, you know, checks up and then do some other stuff, or you could just, you know, try to ball out of control.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. Just because the mitts were in the back of these down, man.
Well, I would say that put Shadyforce in a commanding lead in this seed right now.
Yeah, and the fact that they've both done most of Turtle Rock, they don't have to go through a lot of things. I mean, he's just going to make his way as fast as he possibly can over to Trinex. I guess, you know, there are some times where you can't actually control the speed. For example, those conveyor belt or floating platform things. You can't actually go faster regardless of how many boots you have.
I'm surprised Shadyforce didn't do the Smith sequence like right out of Mire too. I felt like that would have been the best time to do it. Or, I mean, he didn't do Bonk Rocks either, truth be told, so... I guess Bonk Rocks are not that bad, though. Because those are in the light world, you know. Push comes to shove, you can just flute right back.
Yeah.
Well, alright.
Oh, shit. He's got some muscle memory. You know, it's not often, you know, we would do Turtle Rock twice before not, you know, fully trying this the first time.
Oh, nice big key there in left side swamp. We will give you the full elongated tour of this dungeon today. Very unfortunate, but fortunately it's not the deciding factor in the race. The deciding factor was that, you know, there was nothing in swamp, regardless.
Yeah, well, so the hope, of course, is that last item here is not another fetch quest. Like, I don't want to see the book. Like, under any circumstances at this point.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, sure, but I mean, like, from Aries' perspective, it's like, okay, I can at least go through somewhere. I don't have to now go check Pompo's tablet. Pompo's not so bad, but to go back check.
I mean, I don't know.
Tablet, I don't know.
I've seen crazier things happen on Ganon, you know? You can do weird GT routes, but this is a substantial lead by Shadyforce right now.
Well, looks like at least Eri is going ahead in the right direction. Looks like he's gonna pick up Smiths, but yeah, this is pretty much a whole Turtle Rock now ahead.
He only has 3/4 of a bar of magic. Is he going to be able to pull it off, even though he has a green potion in his pocket? But
he
we can
like
try and make it.
Potions, right?
I think he's just got one. I think just one.
No, because
did we pick up another one?
Well, we picked up 2 like potions with green.
Alright, so he has
2 bottles of green potions like just out in the overworld, and then he threw in one in to get a 3rd one. I thought.
I will say he has 2. He's spent one already.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's still on a gold stare. You're right.
We have 2 green potions and 2 beasts, but you know, didn't need it. We didn't doubt you, Shady. We were just trying to find something to talk about.
Yeah. So the last item here on Trinex. Not even need that bomb refill, but we are headed off to GT. I think is the boss still broken? I think the boss still broken.
Oh yeah, you can pick a number between 9 and 9
9
to do the GT Big Key guessing game. And our tracker, 2D Tones, will go through all of your responses. And then if you win, just be sure to check your mailbox. We will be sending you a mailed application of your next steps to win your fabulous prize. But it might take a while.
We have to spend postage?
We don't.
Oh, right. We don't. Sorry, 2D Toads. You thought this was just a free volunteering job, and little did you know there are on-the-job expenses that you have to cover.
You might be thinking like, wait, how do you know my address? Don't worry about it. We will find. We will reach out to you.
Alright, so shading into GT, looks like he is doing the classic hope room, hope you have a key, or at least the key, and if it's not there, we're going left. I think also Eri also mirrored over, so he's gonna also do the front, the full gamut of Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, I mean he did swamp. He has no choice.
Oh, that's right, dude. That's a great one.
Like, Shady could have saved it, but I mean, I think at that point, he was... It made sense. He was going to do all of those things, and he was going to probably drag that purple chest all the way to go into Swamp next. So, he probably did his mirror there because he was thinking, you know, Swamp was on the table. Or he just didn't want to buy. I mean, like, you have to death warp like 3 times. There's the big key in the firebar room. This chest number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was 8, but that's not cool. Let's say it was 9.
Okay, that sounds good. I like 9 better anyway.
Alright, there you go. If you said 9, just be on the lookout in the mail for the next 782 days.
That's not how long the tournament's gonna last, is it? Because that sounds like a really long time.
No. That's just our we're backed up because we've been doing
Oh.
this 3,000 matches. Do you know how many stamps you gotta lick to get all these things
Oh
out?
man.
My tongue is like sandpaper.
Shady is opting to walk the cannonball bridge. Nothing wrong with that. He's gonna take on Gauntlet. Always nice to have a couple extra arrows to your quiver.
Yeah?
And the fact that he doesn't have half magic, right, is, you know, those projectiles going to be even nicer than the fire, than presumably, you know, using more of his fire rod shots.
Yeah, you don't get too much extra magic to spend in GT, even though we do have plenty of magic in our pockets. I guess that's one of the good things about hard standard mode is, you know, you can spend as much arrows as you want once you get past the mimics. You don't have to worry about saving arrows for Ganon because you don't get silvers in this mode. So it's nice to just take that load off your mind.
Oh, just barely taking out that last ammo. Looks like he was actually ready to hit the ground, but with that short hop. But Shady's on top of everything.
Excellent Gauntlet here so far.
Yeah, kill on Aries side for Trinex, so he's gonna be ready to go half a GT as well.
Shady showing you why you conserve magic here. We'll have exactly enough magic to light that torch. You grab the small magic here, you light this torch, you grab the full magic in here, and then no worries.
It's almost as if he's practiced this before.
Has
he's
he?
not doing this for the first time. Whoa. I did not see people normally light that top right torch first. Oh no, getting bullied. He was doing so well too in terms of health. Like he didn't basically lose anything, and then he just lost 3 hearts like right there and on the source.
Yeah, but look, it doesn't matter because it's all back. There we go. It's like nothing ever happened. Except for that 1 heart, but we don't want beams anyways. Ooh, unlucky damage there. Be nice.
Alright, so the fact that the Biki is in Fireball Room and Eri is probably gonna actually go all the way to Compass Room before coming back, so he's gonna lose a little bit more time over Shady in terms of getting his GT key.
Oh, which route is Eri doing?
he's doing the point route.
He's doing Wayne route? Alright!
Yeah.
Hey, I like it. It's very bad here, but I mean, you know, it's actually not. It's not bad here. It's negligible
just delays
here.
him
It
getting
doesn't
the
matter.
Biki a little bit longer.
That's fine.
Oh, dude, that blue ball, like, it's like rob Shady of like being able to hit that energy bomb back to Aga.
Yeah, Agatu's a jerk. Alright, well, Agatu's down. Shadyforce just has to kill Ganon to take a early 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series. They're in the round of 16. Winner of this one would move on to the round of 8. And imagine condensing like this stacked pool of people that played this game into 8. It's impossible.
No, that's nuts. I mean, the fact that, you know, Eri and Shady are both playing here in round of 16 means that one of them has to end their tournament life soon, you know, basically this week. It's really
sad.
It's just, I mean, yeah, it just shows you how stacked this team actually is. I heard some trident clicking. That's usually a good sign.
He did get the double spin, looking very good here to also clean up here on phase 2. No extra cycles today. No firebat kisses either.
Yeah, those are some pretty nice, well-behaved firebats as well. And just like that, we're on to phase 3.
Couple more whacks here, and then it will take just 12 spins for Shadyforce to get that first win. If he makes Torch Glitch pretty much almost all the dangerous parts are taken care of, but man, like I said, I've seen crazier things happen. Good torch switch game.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not about the magic management at this point. You know, they got plenty of magic to spare. Not only that basic full magic bar, but also like another green potion. But it is just really about timing. You can basically land triples here with torch switch. If you miss it, it pretty much practically just only land doubles.
Maybe unleash some of those bees that you got.
Yeah, maybe it will also help in this game. But have we actually tried? Maybe we tried only one bee, but she's got 2 bees, so maybe it'll actually help.
I'm pretty sure it has been tried at a moments of desperation from random runners in the past. It did not work. And yeah, GG's. Get your GG's in chat to shadyforce right now. Everybody say GG.
GG.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Shady's crossing this bridge, taking first place in our first game versus Eri. Winner here today. Let's see, official time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 27 seconds.
There's a cool seed, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Literally cool.
And we also joined by shadyforce. Hello, GG. Cool seed, right?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Hey, GG, Shady. How about that ice rod hunt?
Oh, classic. Classic. Looks like I got the lucky end of the draw this time. For Eri. Yeah, Swamp is super reasonable play. Super reasonable place to go. But I was my plan was to do a couple of the light world checks, save my portal. Hammer pegs was the last thing I could do to save my portal, and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna use the mirror, commit chain into Swamp. That was my plan. And then my first check after you
immediately when you mirror, literally the first one, yeah.
Typical.
I mean, how are you feeling with the ice rod being there, though? Like, given where you got the mitts and the ice rod was so close by, were you really thinking, like... I mean, I guess at that point it doesn't matter if your opponent would have gotten it early, then you're toast, but... I don't know, I feel like that... I would have been stressed.
I mean, I wasn't... I thought I had a chance in the seat even after doing TR without the ice rod. Obviously, like, Eri could easily just do Smith Chain after Thieves' Town. I thought about it, but I thought, nah, I've got better places to be as soon as I come out of Thieves' Town.
Right.
I was also thinking that Eri might not have done all of Thieves' Town in the first trip, and he might have not got the mitts.
That's a good point, too.
Front. And then, in that case, he's definitely doing Swamp.
Then you do Swamp. Right.
Yeah, he would have done Swamp looking for the mitts and gotten back later, in which case I'm in a really good shape in the race anyway. So
that's a good point.
I thought there was a lot of layouts in the seed where I thought I was doing well, even having done pod for nothing and done TR without the ice rod. I thought there's traps in the seed for Eri as well. So like you never know, and I was half expecting to see the dot done. I was checking the race time, but I did feel like I had chances.
You're a really positive thinker, you know that? I really respect that.
Part of it is like the pressure's completely off me in this race because like I'm against Eri, right? He's probably
what does that mean?
Best, you know, the pressure's off me because I don't expect much against Eri. Also, I've kind of reached the point where I've already done well in the tournament, and there's a lot of other tournaments coming up. It wouldn't be the worst thing if I get knocked out anyway. You know, like I've already put in a good innings. If I get knocked out and I lose to Eri, who's my buddy, who I want to see do well in the tournament anyway, it's like it's kind of win-win really. So the pressure's off me in that sense.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, very sportsmanlike.
We'll have to ask if Eri feels the same way, though.
Eri wants to win the whole thing. If I was as good as Eri, I'd want to win the whole thing too. I wouldn't want to lose to anyone.
Eri, do you feel like if you lose, it's a win-win?
So Shady, I'm actually kind of curious. Like, how much have you raced Eri in the past? I know you guys did NMG groups, one race. But like, it seems like you guys have raced actually quite a bit before this.
Every NMG tournament, I face Eri. All of them. So, first NMG tournament I faced him, the All Dungeons tournament I faced him, and then the recent NMG tournament I also faced him. It's like we're destined to match up against each other. This is probably the first time we've met in a random tournament.
Yeah, actually,
but in NMG we face them all the time.
Yeah, so speaking of the start, you got Source Start, and you found the boomerang early.
Oh, that was great, yeah. Could do the vanilla strats and the key guards, it was great. But the downside is that I know Eri's going to be 10 seconds ahead of me out of escape because this is exactly his comfort zone.
I don't know about that one. I think you actually beat him. Or it was very, very close. But there was... He had a minor mishap. Very minor.
What happened to him?
I don't know. It was, I think, just maybe a less than ideal, like, key guard or something. But I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't.
Oh, right, okay.
He didn't die to ball and chain guard or nothing.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were hinting at, Ak.
No.
Alright, that's good. That's good.
I was just saying,
No.
don't sell yourself short. I actually think you beat him out of escape. But maybe not. I can't remember, actually. It was
No, I
an hour
think
and
you're right,
20
Ak,
minutes
yeah.
ago.
I think you're right. No, I think Shaky, you did just eke out a little bit faster than Eri did.
Yeah,
Definitely did not worry us at all going into Kakariko.
That was the area, yeah.
yeah. Overall, I was happy with how I played. Like, the only really annoying thing for me is getting lost in the pod maze somehow again.
Oh yeah, what happened? You
is
just
that
got
what
lost?
happened?
I just
Yeah,
got lost.
okay.
I don't know where I was. And
Oh yeah,
and-
that's the second time you've done that this tournament, right?
Yeah,
Not
like
to spotlight it.
No, it gets wall kicks as well. I had a lot of trouble in that dark room, and I don't know what's going on with it. I guess I just need to practice the dark maze, apparently.
You need to practice it in tournament settings.
Yo, GG's Eri.
Yo.
Yo, GG, Eri.
Nice one.
Sorry about the ice rod hunts.
I mean, it's rando. I mean, I could have done it straight after a feast time. It was right there.
Yeah, there was definitely a god route to be had in this seed. Not
Yeah,
doing
for sure.
pods. I don't know if you did. I assume you would have done pod at some point.
Yeah, I did pod, like right after Eastern, just combined the two.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
The difference is, I think Eastern was Aries, like fifth crystal.
Yeah.
And it was your first one, I think, Shady.
Oh, really? Oh, that's quite funny.
Yeah. It was you both kind of did the exact same things in like the opposite order, but everything was very, very close. I mean, up until the end, I think, you did Meyer and TR kind of differently, but you both did make that same play, and like by the time Eri got the last item in Meyer, you had gotten, to the end of Laser Bridge. But Eri had already been to Laser Bridge, and that was kind of like, well, who's gonna go to the Ice Rod first?
Sounds like it was a lot closer than I expected. I really wasn't feeling good. I don't know.
Everything looked good, I mean,
We were
Nothing
only
too
very
noticeable.
slightly worried at the very, very beginning.
Maybe
Going in Lost
the
Boys, but after
beginning.
that, you were golden.
But yeah, at the start, I don't know. I wasn't really on my game today, and just a couple of like silly mishaps and time losses that I individually didn't cost me the race or anything, or really didn't change my decision making, but it was really obvious that it all added up, and I was getting kind of frustrated with how I was playing. And once I found the Ice Rod, I was like, well, I hope that Shady kind of did all the things that he did and maybe didn't execute out of his mind. But yeah, didn't happen this time.
yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game, and I mean, Shady's really good no matter what. I mean, we've been playing for the same amount of time now, and he's been in tons of tournaments, and Rando's Rando. We're both pretty good at the game at this point, I suppose. Anyone can beat anyone.
Of course. Do you think it would be win-win if you lost to Shady Force? So it's a very strange. Shady Force was very nice and humble and said, he'd made it very far and said you're one of like the most amazing people that played the game. So he was very happy with his performance. So everything was win-win for him. And I jokingly said I was going to ask you that question. That's the context there.
I mean, of course I'd like to get as far as possible, but this is already the furthest I've been in a main tourney, so I mean, do I really get to complain? Not really. I've had a super good streak of how I've been performing in Rando for the past few months, and like ladder and all that, so it's like, I mean, if I go out, I go out, and I mean, if it's against Shady, I mean, I'd be happy to in a way. But of course, I want to make it to the finals against Wayne. That's like, you know,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
real
please.
That would be awesome.
I want to see the final Eri versus Boyne too. Like I'm just getting in the
Same.
way of that now.
Yeah, like those NMG matches were pretty sweet to watch, and we got 3 of those, so it would be just as cool to see that here. Oh, speaking of, right, we got Sword Start and Boomerang, Eri, and then you guys found Boots, like under 11 minutes, so clearly Rando is better than NMG.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was pretty happy with the start, except for how I played. But like, the only problem was that after the Modern Cave, the entire world was open. So there were a lot of decisions that looked good, but the pendant layout was awful. So nothing really, nothing. You couldn't really combine anything that felt like amazing. My decision to go into Thieves Town before like the pod area was kind of greedy, but with Green Pendant and not having gone to Sansfrela yet, I thought it was okay. Turns out it was really good because of Hookshot and Mitts in Thieves Town.
And it was just like that one check from like really, really, really good, but man, that's Rando.
Yeah. So like at that point, like the entire world was open, right?
I know,
so,
man.
so I really didn't feel any incentive to do the Smith chain.
Of course, it made sense. It was really like both of you did like different things, but the same things. But I mean, I don't know. It's just my opinion, but there wasn't a single moment where I'm like, wow, that doesn't make no sense, you know? No, everything was very reasonable.
Yeah, the only thing I wish I did was do Death Mountain before Pod Eastern area. But I really felt like I couldn't delay it anymore. And once I found Efer in Pod, I was like, okay, this could work out if Shady didn't do this, even though he probably would have. It's like, okay, well, it makes a lot of sense to go to Turtle Rock now because, well, I have Efer and I know Quake is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it turns out we need bomb bugs as well. Cool.
I know, that was so annoying.
But yeah, that would have been nice. But in the end, I would have gone back to Pod anyway, and I probably would have full cleared it. So, because of Ice Rod.
That makes sense. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a very interesting seed. You both got, the mitts before going into Swamp, which I really did make sense from perspective, but obviously I think there was some cases to be made where you go into Swamp prior to mitts. And it'd be weird if, like Ice Rod was there or something, and, your opponent gets go mode mitts, yada yada, but that was just speculation. It was a really, really fun race to watch.
Yeah, like in the end, it was pretty nice to play. Just wish I played a little bit better, but like, execution.
You played pretty good on my end. I don't know, like I really didn't notice anything. Saw some, really good boss kills, but I think you're definitely able to critique yourself in a way that, man, I don't even think our 99% of the community's eyes will work as good as yours to notice those things.
Yeah, it's important to be critical.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, like, I'm not trying to be nice. I'm legit like, God, I don't even know what he's talking about because I don't see it. He just looks so good.
I guess though, Eri, if you really want to point of critique, when you were a Pyramid Fairy, you missed your opportunity to get a third B.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
And then you didn't toss in a bottle to get the third B. Mm-hmm.
But I still had I didn't use a green potion yet, so I had no empty bottles.
It was Oprah Wind Fairy B's for everybody.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. It's fun 2v. I was like, okay, yeah, well, guess that ain't it.
When's your game 2?
Saturday, same time.
This time Saturday.
Best of luck to you both. This race was really awesome to watch. Hopefully you guys won't have another Ice Rod hunt, but it is random, but certainly best of luck.
I'd rather have an Ice Rod hunt than a Boots hunt, so don't jinx us.
You're right. This was definitely very blessed.
It's this turning already.
Yeah,
I just figured out your file name, Eri. That's how long it took me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard when
I was like, what? Okay, I get it now. All sick. GG's. Man, everybody will have to make sure to watch this race Saturday. Shady, please take a dive because not because
We
I
want-
want
we
Eri
would
to
like
win,
to
but because I want Game 3. Game 3, I don't care what you guys do.
All right, no problem.
Go
I
ham.
got you.
Game 3.
I got you.
Thank my man.
More rando is more better. Yeah, thank you very much for the race. Thank you so much for the comms, and I'll be looking forward to Saturday. Should be another good one. And,
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Thanks again, Akin. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to watching it back.
Thanks for the race.
it was definitely our pleasure. Very fun race to watch.
Well, what's on later?
Literally, don't go anywhere else because in 20 minutes we are gonna have another race right here on this channel. Gamma versus Lynn. Should be a pretty exciting match.
Are we supposed to sit here and just talk for 20 minutes about random things?
I mean,
is that
I
a
can do
potential
it.
opponent? That's for a
Act.
potential opponent, right?
oh, is it? I didn't
Yeah.
even check this out of the bracket.
Yeah, it's Gamerchu versus Lin coming on next on SpeedGaming. Is that your next round?
Oh no, wait. That's the other side of this half the bracket. Like
Okay.
our potential opponent is Jet versus Obscure Lifeform, and then the other side of this half is Gamechi versus Lin, and then Souths versus Top Life. Okay, I see. Whatever. One of the 4 potential opponents. Let's go.
Still a good matchup. Yeah, definitely. Don't go to bed, Ari. Get your notepad out, take notes, watch what they're doing. You know, figure out
Yeah.
the system to take them down.
Just hook up a 4th monitor and watch all the races together.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. All right, well, you guys got anything else you want to say? You want to add? We got 20 minutes to kill. You know, Shakespearean monologue. Now's your chance. The floor is yours. Yeah.
You're great.
That matches my feelings too. Oh, you're great.
Don't make me play a 3rd match area. I've got Mario to practice.
Oh,
I
Don't
gotta
do it
go
to
all
me.
out now. I mean, just practice Mario anyway, and then don't care about this turn anymore.
That's all I've been doing. I'm so burned out. Well, I'm not burned out of Link to the Past, but I've definitely been taking it easy apart from these matches. I can't believe I'm still in the tourney, but it's been fun.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I really need to get some sleep at this point, so thank you all so much, and see y'all later.
GG's, yeah. And that'll
Yeah,
wrap us up
GG's.
next. Well, thanks for watching. Don't go anywhere. Watch the next matchup. But yeah, take care. Make sure to follow both of the runners. Follow the next runners. Follow all of the runners. Actually, if anybody's just playing a Link to the Past tab on Twitch, follow all of them. But yeah, have a good night, guys.